Hey friends, Angela here, and look who I have today.
Hola mi gente, how are you?
We are going to be doing an exclusive interview with the owner of Stixxx&Stones Cigars. Is that the official name?
Stixxx&Stones Cigars, correct.
And so before we always cut and light at the top here. So I have a little something. I have a spirit I'm going to share. I'm a gift to Wanda. So we always cut and light right at the top. So Wanda is going to be nice enough to let me try one of her Stixxx&Stones today.
Absolutely, absolutely. So Angela, what do you normally like to smoke?
I tell you, with my palate, and those that know the podcast, everything, right? But that kind of answers that. But I love a good Maduro too.
Okay.
So if I had to really just pick right off the top of my head,
Perfect.
honestly, the answer would be mood. The mood.
Yes, the mood that
right?
you're in, how you're feeling that day, what you want to start off with. Well, what we do have here is our two blends and our two sizes. We have our 52 by 6, mi gente. This is our full body. And then we
I
have,
see some barber poles though. I mean, I'm a barber pole.
absolutely, we have a double wrap, double capa, and this is our medium to full.
You know what? Put those in there. Let me show it close to the camera because we gotta get it. And then I'll take a picture. We'll show the people. We need to know.
Absolutely.
She's got a lineup right there.
And thank you.
Yeah.
Our full
It's a
body.
beautiful lineup.
Thank you so much. And our full body is called Mi Gente, which is my people.
Yes.
And La Esia de Amor is our passion series, and that's our double wrap. And that cigar was made for our culture, for the cigar culture. So
Smaller. May I go small Vitola today?
correct.
Is this also which
That
one
that's
is
the
this?
that's the it's the same exact blend. So we have our two blends with our two sizes. We have our 52 by 6 and our 52 by 5, which is our robusto. So Angela, feel free to pick whichever you like because I brought you our sample pack.
Oh, okay.
So-
Yeah. Oh, how nice.
So
Yes.
this has our two sizes
yeah.
and our
Those
two
are the
blends, and this is a great introduction to the Stixxx&Stones cigar line. So here you go, love.
you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
But
Let me give you this. That's so sweet. I see now. I just came down from Dutchess County. I didn't say. We're at the Harlem Cigar Lounge right now in Manhattan, and this place is a really cool place. And so what I did, I brought you a straight bourbon whiskey from that's distilled upstate.
really,
So and I featured that on my podcast before. Taconic Distillery. It's coming. That's the Dutchess. I live in Dutchess County. I don't know how familiar
this is
you are with.
beautiful. You're a girl after my own heart. I am a whiskey bourbon scotch girl.
I was hoping
so
that you-
I am. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is awesome. I cannot wait to try it. And I too will also post it on our platform. When I'm gonna do a proper pairing with the Stixxx&Stones cigars and with this beautiful. You said it was a Scotch and whiskey or bourbon,
This is
bourbon
what is
and
a
whiskey
straight bourbon
blend.
Whiskey.
I have my old
Yeah,
eyes.
it's all good. Dutchess Reserve, they're calling it. It's a special blend just made for the locals upstate.
Oh, I love that. Well, being a formal upstate local, I really do appreciate that. Thank you. I migrated back to the city, so
Oh, yeah.
we
Oh,
could put
yeah.
this back here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And this is wonderful. Thank you so much, Angela. I appreciate that.
Oh, my pleasure. All right, so we are lit. Now I have the barber pole, red on the band, and yours has the blue. So if you want to tell us a little bit about the differences of what we're smoking.
Absolutely. So what you're smoking is our 52 by 5 Robusto double capa, and this is called La Esia de Amor. This was made for the intentions of the culture, the cigar culture. And you have a San Andreas wrapper from Mexico, and you have a Connecticut wrapper from Ecuador. We have a Criollo, Leguero, Seco, and the unique factor about our cigars is that it's curated.
Criollo. I say it wrong. You're saying it right.
Criollo.
Criollo. I love that. That's in the filler, you're saying.
Yes,
Beautiful.
correct.
Oh, I love
We
that
do
when it's
well,
in a cigar.
and we also have
Taste the
a
notes.
we also have a Cuban binder. It's not a Cuban seed, but it's a Cuban binder. So you have all these beautiful regions rolled up in this wonderful constructed cigar.
Oh, look at the smoke output. And right on the draw, beautiful open draw.
Thank you.
Beautiful beautiful cigar.
Thank you. And you know, we are partnered with the Joyito Tabacalaria in Santiago, Dominican Republic,
Yeah.
and
That's
it
where
is
your factory is.
correct. And it is with
Santiago.
the it's with the Gomez Lopez manufacturer. So you know, these are my babies, and I'm smoking the Mi Gente, which is my people. And
That's
this
your,
was
that's your, like, your, what do you call that?
that's
That's
my
your brand, mi gente.
Mi
Hola,
Gente.
mi gente.
Hola,
That's
mi
right.
gente.
Find her
Correct.
online. You can't miss it. I love that. So that's
Absolutely.
called the mi gente?
Correct. It is called the Mi
My
Gente.
people.
My people. And this is
That's
what
the song I always DJ.
the Mi Gente
Beyonce,
with.
she's in that. She does that.
Oh, with Bad Bunny. You're talking about. Well, actually, Mark Anthony is the one that originated with that song, and the song is just that, about our people. And when I say mi gente, I'm not just talking about my cultural background. I'm speaking about as far as my people, everyone who enjoys, you know, a great cigar, everyone who comprise the cigar culture themselves. So this is what these two cigars stand for the culture and for my people. And this is our San Andreas wrapper. It's our full body. We have the Grijolo, we have the Leggero, and some other beautiful nice spices that I shall not name. Oh, you have a
Special
nice,
secret blend.
the special sauce. And you have a
Not
richness.
disclosed.
Yeah, absolutely. You have your richness. You know, it's a full body. You have your cocoa, your cafe. It's very nice. They're very easy smokes. You have a bit of spice and a nice complexity with, you know, the La Silla de Amor. That's, you know, the essence of love. So that's what it translates to. And that's our passion series.
Merci, amor. Did
Yeah.
I say that right?
You said it good. You said it good. No worries.
Wow, this is so nice. Like I said, the draw on this is open and perfect, and I love a good smoke output. Because also, as I say too, with the tasting a cigar, just this part, the aroma on the nose is also, when that's equally as pleasing, I just feel like you can just sit and relax, and
Absolutely.
the whole thing, sitting with it, smoking it, every part of the smell is
Correct.
pleasing.
That's, you know, you want to hit the five senses. You know, so it's not just about the way that it sits on your palate. It's you know, it's also the aroma, as you said. You know, how your cigar looks. You know, people are attracted to beautiful things,
I
and
was gonna say, like, they say you eat with your eyes first, believe it or not. I feel the same ways with cigars. When you see it in the humidor,
I agree.
and you want to kind of pick something new, you know, you're looking at the wrapper. Honestly, you're looking at the band. Some people say that has nothing to do. I think
it
the artwork
does.
matters because we're consumers.
Absolutely.
And if you're looking for something new, you want to be pleased.
You want to
where
be
you're
attracted
spending-
to
yeah,
it.
attracted
Yes.
to where you're spending your money and
Absolutely. You don't want to pick, you know, and this is where people kind of have a misconception about, you know, your supporters and your consumers. I call my consumers our supporters because that's exactly what they are. Every time, you know, we have our supporters chooses Stixxx&Stones Cigars, they're supporting my passion, you know, and our brand. So, for our supporters, I wanted to make sure that they were receiving a product that was with quality. It's, you know, it's luxury for all at the end of the day. But it also has a, you know, nice price point where it's not knocking anyone over the head, and we're not skipping on, you know, the quality of our tobacco. We have very fine tobacco. We have, you know, a great manufacturer that, you know, provides us with, you know, great materials. Everything down from our packaging to the rolling and the well construction of our cigar.
yeah.
So
Okay, so we're all about cigars today, and we have the owner. So of course I'm going to ask her the origin of Wanda's love for cigars, and kind of how when that light bulb went off to, I'm going to make my own cigar, right? Something had to go off in your brain and say, heck, I'm making my own cigar. What was that like?
well, honestly, my previous career was a male dominant organization. I worked in a male dominant organization where cigars became a tool for networking. So I was able to get into places and spaces I ordinarily wouldn't be invited to. So, you know, the organization has, you know, a large cigar culture. And I was introduced to this culture very early on in my career. So with that being said, it opened me up to an entire different world. It was a subculture within a subculture within a culture. And
Very exclusive.
and I've been smoking for over 14 years now. I would say maybe within my fourth year of smoking, I became more engrossed into the culture. I really learned to love it. Not learn to love it, it embraced me in a way that I fell in love with it. And all the people that
Now, you say
comprised.
the culture and the people kind of helped you to fall in love with it. But were you ever like, was there a lingering smell or taste that you said, I can't wait to get that hang again and kind of smoke another cigar? It doesn't sound like that was what it was, no? It was more the hang and not the lingering taste, or it's both?
It's both, but this is something that comes within time as you develop, as you begin to, because remember when, as I just stated, it started off as being used as a tool. I had no idea. I wasn't really exposed to cigars as prominent as I was when I was younger than when I was in my profession.
Yes.
So my earliest memories of seeing cigar smokers were actually women. Afro-Latina women. I'm Afro-Latina descent. And for spiritual purposes, cigars were used as a form of meditation. So I've spoken about this in another interview, how it's a form of meditation.
Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, I could put the link so we don't need her. I don't want you to repeat. I don't want to bore you here, but yeah, we can put the link. So is that online? That's online, yeah.
It's online.
Yeah.
Correct.
So the history of that, yeah.
So it just was it basically was a, how can I say, I don't want to say a sign, but it basically was a symbol of empowerment. And so it wasn't really so much a thought as I got older. As I said, I was introduced to this culture and I found it to be a great tool to use. And just being in that space, I got to learn more about it. I got to really enjoy it. What are cigars? What are the meaning? They're a nice, natural equalizer. I began to develop my palate. And yes, it was the scent. It was everything about the cigar, how it smells, how it looks, the way that it makes you feel. It's a sense of empowerment to be able to hold this beautiful cigar in your hand and draw it in and exhale it. As I said, it became a way to meditate.
Yeah, sure it is. It's definitely one of the top things that for relaxation, 100%. You have to know you're carving out at least a half hour to 2 hours, whether it's in your backyard or here at the lounge or like you said, in your subculture through work. You can't, you need time. And I 100% believe it's relaxation.
It allows you to be present. So whether you're present with yourself, you're present with company, you're herfing and connecting. How beautiful is that?
Yeah.
How wonderful can you be in a room? You're here. We're here in Harlem Cigar Room, which is my official cigar home. And I just want to say real quick, I want to give a special gratitude to Harlem Cigar Room, my Harlem Cigar Room familia, to Felix Perides, and to Odin, who is now the owner of Harlem Cigar Room, for always supporting and being a part of the birth of Stixxx&Stones Cigars.
Nice. Good shout out. Yeah, this is a really cool place. Again, if you're in the area, don't be shy.
Absolutely. We're located 3456 Broadway, Manhattan, New York, guys. Come on down and enjoy when you walk in. It's kind of like Cheers, where everybody knows your name.
Okay, so we just squeezed in. They were so gracious to, let me say, go to the left, go to the right. We just squeezed in Odin. He's the owner of Harlem Cigar Lounge, and Wanda is going, yeah, shout out, hello. Say hi to all the friends out there.
How we doing, my people? from the My Cigar Tribe. See you soon.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So Wanda's gonna kick it off because how the Sticks and Stones kind of became born is through this story.
Well, Sticks and Stones was originally supposed to be a podcast.
Oh.
Correct. So once I realized that I didn't have the bandwidth to do the podcast.
Wait, you mean you didn't want to just cram in like me?
This is nice.
Look at this podcast operation today. We're just all crammed right here.
This is nice. However,
we're on location, people.
right. We're making do. This is what we do. We make do with what we have, but this is a great setup. It was supposed to start off as a podcast. Stixxx and Stones Production is our business, and we curated cigar events. And as I said, it was to be able to herf and connect and bring people together, give a space for female smokers.
Oh, wait a minute. See, I'm learning this now. Look at this. I'm into events. Another event girl here. Okay, I didn't realize that's how it kind of also started.
That's how it. That's
so you
how
were
it
throwing
started.
herfs. You were throwing herfs.
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
I worked with another small cigar line, and I curated events for them, and I love what that brought to the table. It brought us together. It gave a space for women to come in to feel more comfortable.
Yes.
For novice to come in. I also gave me the opportunity to be able to just share a bit of education as far as the cigar goes.
I love that.
With novice and new female smokers. And I wanted it to be more, so I thought about doing a podcast. And as I said, I didn't have the bandwidth for it. And how can I move this forward? What brings us all together? What is the natural equalizer? Again, beautiful cigar. Being surrounded by the cigar family here in Harlem Cigar Room, by this wonderful gentleman Odin, and with all the knowledge that he has, he's also been a part of helping me bring this along. Also Felix Perides, that as well, that's who I came to. Felix Perides is the former owner of Harlem Cigar Room. He's opened up his own lounge as well in Atlanta. And, they've been a very big, intricate part in helping me on my journey. So the point of wanting to have a cigar line was to be able to do it on a scale which was much larger.
Nice.
You
made your dream come true.
Absolutely. I'm making the dream come true. Yeah. But you know what? You have to have a good team behind you.
Nothing larger than having your own cigar.
Thank you.
I mean, you're kicking that.
Odin as well has his own cigar.
Ooh.
By the way, it's a lovely cigar.
I'm going to have to review it for my podcast. I do cigar reviews.
Tell them a little bit about it.
My personal cigar?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
What do you smoke? Are you smoking it?
Yeah.
What's it called?
So it's Tribu de Campo.
Nice.
By Odin, right? So this cigar is kind of like, it's not a mushy type of, no. It kind of like, my family comes from Tamboril, which is the mecca of the tobacco cigar manufacturing world, right? So I'm fortunate to have a lot of people in the industry that have kind of like helped me develop this cigar.
Nice. Also, that's produced in the Dominican?
The Dominican Republic.
Nice. So yours was produced first? Is that how?
No.
Oh, because she was saying.
No. So
that's how this came about a little bit.
No. Separate stories.
Separate.
Yeah. No. So this. So I have.
I'm dyslexic when I read. Maybe when I think too. When I hear.
No. So I have a few cigars, but this one specific came while she was working in the background. This was also being worked on, right? So now the Stixxx and Stones cigar is interesting, right? Because I believe my mentor helped her. Also kind of like with the logistics and all of that, right? Now me, it was more in regards to fine tuning, kind of like the profiles that her ideal profile that she wanted to share with our people.
Yeah.
Everything he just said. Ditto, exactly. And as I was stated before, yes, I'm making my dream come true. However, it's with a team. It's with a team of people, whether they are my official team or they've been there, in the background, guiding and helping. And, when you have individuals such as Odin, such as Felix, who understand the smoker that you are, understand your palate, understand your vision, they can help you fine tune it. And that's what it was. Anytime I had questions, even when it came to like promoting, he's great at it. And, with certain promotions on social media, so forth and so on, I would say, what do you think about this? And, he would give me the advice. So all of these things come together to create this beautiful product.
Yeah.
So nothing has been done completely on my own. It is my vision.
You always need a good team.
Absolutely. But I do have a wonderful team that, we work together and they help me to elevate. And every day it's evolution of Stixxx&Stones Cigars to make it better. So, and yeah, that's where we are. And, and as he said with Felix Berrides, he was a big part of, as I stated before, with, my manufacturing, helping to get, my marketing idea out in a physical form.
Yeah.
So sometimes you need someone who understands the technicality of things, because I'm a creator by nature, and I have an educational background in creating. Sometimes you have all these thoughts and ideas in your mind, but it takes special people to bring you in and fine tune it and allow you to become more, have clarity to bring this together.
100%, yeah, fine tune. Yeah, because you must have, would you say you were smoking through cigars for, I don't know what it could be, 4 months, 8 months?
Longer than that.
Yeah, a year. And then
Longer.
like, I love it. Then, okay, do you love it? Is that, were you tasting cigars with your team? Like, is this your number one?
So it's interesting because I remember when she first got
her
first
Batch.
Yeah. Like, did you go to Odin first? Were you, or who? There must have been people in your circle that you were like, okay, can you taste this too and see?
I'm always the first.
Yeah.
If
100%.
I get a batch, I'm the first. And then I have my better half, my partner Hector Ponce, who is off camera over here.
Also smoking and tasting.
Also
kind
smoking.
of touch pointing, being like, I'm tasting this. If you're like, I love this cigar, did you ever get any pushback like, I'm not loving it?
Well,
like, did anyone ever say that to you?
It wasn't so much a pushback.
Yeah.
I think it was understood.
Like,
when I came to Otis. So this is the place where my batches come. So now it's like, this is okay. Try this, and I smoke and I checked and I see. I'm like, The fact that you have someone who knows and understands where you're going with the profile of your cigar,
right,
understands your palate. It was very easy for me to say, what do you think? This is what I'm picking up. This is not what I'm getting.
Right.
And be able to get the feedback because they understand what you're looking for. It wasn't pushback. It was more of an acknowledgement. Odin understanding, Felix understanding, my better half understanding what I'm looking for, and saying, you know what, no, I think you may need this.
Yeah.
I think this is, let's move it this way, or it needs this or that. And I take their advice very seriously because it's all been a part of how I moved forward.
It was helping you, not criticizing you.
No,
this was right. They were there. They understood the guidance.
Absolutely. I don't think
not
there's
like,
ever. No, there's never. I mean,
like if you ever were like, this stick, I love it. Were they ever like, no?
No, because there was never a time where I stated I loved it, and because I knew where it was not at the time and where it needed to be.
Yeah.
So having, I'm my biggest critic. And having someone say, acknowledging, you know what, yeah, it's not where it needs to be, but why don't we do this? Or maybe this should be that. And, taking heed onto that, to their advice. So I don't think it's ever a form of criticizing, even if something may not be at its best. It's more of, constructive guidance.
Yeah.
So you don't ever want to criticize another maker,
No.
Creator of a cigar, whether... And there's no such thing as a bad cigar. I mean, I don't. You will agree, right? I don't think there's any
I
such thing
mean,
as a.
that's why, let's say your personal
Palette.
favorite cigar,
Yeah.
you know, is personal. So
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
so everybody's gonna have a different point of reference when it comes to their micro vacation cigar, right? What something that makes that particular cigar special to them.
Yeah.
Correct. Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for squeezing in here. He's a good sport. We definitely squeezed him right in.
Oh, then tell everybody where we're at. Location.
Harlem, baby. 3456 Broadway.
Can't forget that.
Yeah, no.
3456
Absolutely,
at Harlem
absolutely.
Cigar Lounge.
That's right.
Sounds
It's actually a smoking staple here in Harlem. You know, so when he says hidden gem, that's exactly what it is. It really is a staple of the community. You know, it really is. It really does become a home. You know, like I said earlier, it's kind of like Cheers, where everybody knows your name.
cool. All right, so before we let Odin go, we're gonna hit that music segment of this. And on the behind the scenes here, he was telling me he loves Sade. But
So, yeah,
I love Sade.
Typically, in the afternoon, it's a great vibe to kind of like
Ooh, it goes
unwind,
good with the cigar lounge
smoke
too.
your favorite cigar. It really transports
Nice,
you
relaxing.
to a good place.
Yeah,
Absolutely, I agree.
yeah.
I'm a big Sade fan, so.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because what it is I have a Spotify playlist. I'll just remind everyone now. It's for this podcast because with YouTube, right? They copyright the music, so we can't.
Gotcha,
it used to be
gotcha.
playing music on here, right? So whatever Odin likes, or we say Wanda likes, I'm gonna put it on the Puros and Music podcast playlist. It's public. It's on Spotify, so we'll throw up
All right,
some
all right.
some Sade. Oh, she's got some good hits. I forget the name of the album. From it was that famous movie, right? Was it the $1 Million the Proposal? $1 Million Proposal? Indecent
Proposal.
That soundtrack of that time.
What was the
that
album?
that was a good one. I'm gonna put that up. That was a good one. That you could almost put that whole thing on and just like really
Just
vibe.
vibe,
Yes,
yeah.
you could
Vibe,
really,
yeah,
she's the
absolutely.
best. Still in
Abs-
March. It's Women's History Month. March is Women's History Month. So tell
Yes,
us-
yes. Yes.
So that's why I have my girl here, Wanda. She
Yes.
agreed to this because I was like, let me get this done here in March. So tell us a little bit about maybe like women and the connection of cigars, women empowerment with cigars.
You know, there's a long history of women smoking cigars. I mean, this is not a fairly new concept.
But they like to tell you it is.
Yeah, but you know what? They'll be
Even
lying.
The magazines, they're like the magazines. It's
That-
like still very much, it's
It's
like,
a male-dominant industry. So cigars go back, very long time. I can recall, seeing my elders.
5,000 years.
Absolutely. I can recall seeing my elders, female elders, Afro-Latinas smoking cigars for the purpose of, like I said, spiritual meditation and just for pure enjoyment. So it's not new. I mean, this is not a new concept. I think that now it's becoming more in light because you're seeing more women in the space. So I think it gives a sense of empowerment to be able to be in any male dominant space and to be able to be a part of it, to partake, to enjoy. And we are here and we are multiplying. And there are so many wonderful female cigar owners, that don't get enough recognition. Just being a small petite brand alone, it's very difficult to, be seen in this highly saturated industry. We have so many wonderful, great, cigars that I love that are the leading they're the leading brands of this industry. But as I said, so for me, it means that, we get to enjoy and partake in a culture that wasn't always open to us. And I think that we have, such wonderful brothers of the leaf that have welcomed us.
yes, that's exactly what I was hoping you'd touch upon. I feel like 100%. I have plenty of people that tell me, "Are you kidding me? My grandma had a cigar out on the back porch there, just sitting on the lawn chair, even sometimes like by herself. I've had many people, almost like secretly, like my mother smoked. This not my mother, but people have said, but it was kind of always just personally alone almost.
Correct.
Or maybe she was with like her one cousin or her one sister, but to be honest with you, no one ever talked about it. No one ever really. It wasn't out.
It was taboo.
It was taboo. It was, but when you say like today, and shout out to especially this place, but all the brothers of the leaf that have welcomed us, that has actually that has shifted for the better, because it used to be more like, oh come on man, what are these chicks?
Absolutely.
Because it was almost like they felt like they couldn't talk their talk with us present in the lounge, because I've heard them tell me that.
Correct.
I don't know if anyone's ever told you that. Like
I've had that as well.
Yeah, but now I feel like there's a sense of they can feel relaxed with us present.
Yes.
And that we're not like blowing up their spot, like tattling, so to speak.
Correct.
On what are they talking about? What are they doing? Is that what you mean by that? Because I do feel like, and even upstate too, the lounges are more welcoming to women, and the male owners are saying like, no, bring more of your friends.
Absolutely. I think it's
like encouraging.
It's
more so than ever.
Well, because it's understood that it just makes sense. If you're a smart business person, it makes sense. Like, why do you want to narrow your margin, right? Mm-hmm. Why do you want to narrow your market just to men? And and traditionally speaking, it was just a male culture. It was a culture that was filled with predominantly men, and as you said, women were smoking, but it was taboo. Yes. Especially at a certain line in time frame in history. It wasn't ladylike,
right?
But this is not a gender specific culture. This is an enjoyment for all. So it's like the space is open and it's more welcoming to women, because you have these great men who are opening up the space, and then you have other women as well who are brave enough to come into a space where it's predominantly male and say, no, this is a safe, comfortable space where you can come in, you can have conversation, you can make connections, you can network, and at the end of the day, partake in your form of meditation. We're smoking a great cigar.
Yeah.
And I think the market also understands that women are leading consumers, period. Now, we comprise of maybe like about 1 or less than 1% of consumership in the cigar culture, but we're growing. We're growing. And, we like to buy stuff. we like to buy stuff, but it is very empowering to be able to, do something and partake in anything that has been considered taboo. And be, a welcoming, staple in that community. So that's one of the things that Stixxx&Stones does stand for. It's just to highlight a space, to give a space and highlight those who are underrepresented in this industry.
Yeah, well, Wanda's doing it.
Thank you. Thank you.
When did this launch? So I want to say what
this was launched October 12th of 2023, which our launch date was here at Harlem Cigar Room.
So not even a year yet.
Not even a year yet.
But before that, like you said, you were throwing herfs. Now, since this launch, do you feel like, whatever it could be, 8 women were coming out, do you feel like the numbers have doubled? Or you're looking, like, have they instantly...
No, they absolutely, the numbers absolutely have multiplied.
If a woman's putting out this stick and, like, they hear...
Well, if you build it, they will come, right?
That's what I'm trying to say.
So
I feel like the growth is...
Yeah, absolutely. The growth, I think, that the women are there and they're curious and they may not understand what, the culture is, but they see that it's welcoming. They love it. They may not understand that what tobacco is about, but when you have another woman or you have another gentleman that wants to properly educate you,
not mansplain,
or give you a cigar and say, here, smoke this sweet cigar because you're a woman,
right? Which I've had that happen.
Absolutely. And you know what,
they just shoot right to that. They expect you to smoke like the tiny little
And it's insulting, just to let you
I was
know.
gonna say.
Because we're very educated and informed. I have many sisters of the leaf. Shout out to all my sisters of the leaf, okay, who love smoking cigars and who are very knowledgeable in cigars. Like my sister Veronica Nieves, she's a sister from another mister, if you will, and she is very knowledgeable. And there are so many more who are, and I have also women who have come to, our events, and they are novice. They probably never smoked a cigar before, but they feel a sense of comfortability when you explain and you just kind of guide them into the right direction of what tobacco is. So
Well said.
yeah, thank you
Well
so
said.
it's important. And you touched upon something, Angela, and you stated that that's not what you see in the cigar magazines, and the goal is to change that.
Yeah.
The goal is, when I look at our wonderful mainstream cigar publications.
The cigar, and I just featured it.
Aficionado.
No, not the Cigar Journal.
So, there you go.
That's
Another.
Well, Cigar Aficionado, which is funny because I subscribe to it. It comes right to my house, and right
As
on the
do
cover
I.
It says "Good Life for Men." I'm like,
Yes.
Do they need? Because this could be the. I mean, we're in 2024. Can they change that to just the good life?
The good-
But,
yes,
But
the-
Cigar Journal has definitely. They've made it a point. They announced it. They proclaim that going forward, they're going to feature in every issue going forward. New where women-owned lounges, women-owned cigars, and just kind of being more inclusive.
And they're smart. And this is where I get back to is understanding how the market changed, understanding how the culture changed. You have to grow and evolve. As you stated, it's 2024. It's no longer just for men. But that's, listen, everyone wants to carve out a space that's just for themselves. And that's fine. If you want to have the magazine that
like
continues.
The secret club. I mean, it feels good to be part of a club. But the club will be the lounges, the cigar club, not
Yes.
the men club.
Not-
It's really the cigar place for all to come. It's really what I'm feeling.
It's
like
one
the shift-
culture.
It's right.
It's
That's what
one
I'm trying to say,
it's
yeah.
one culture.
Cigar is the club,
Exactly.
not
And
the gender of the person.
absolutely. And it shouldn't be a multitude of subcultures within the culture. However, that's what we have here. We have many subcultures within the culture because people need to have a space for themselves. They need to create a space where they feel welcome, because throughout cigar history, it hasn't been that way. And I'm all for it. I just hope Stixxx&Stones, that's why we created the cigar Mi Gente, because
Gente.
it's for us all
My
in the
people.
culture. It doesn't matter. Absolutely, my people.
All right, so let's close this out. I don't want to take up too much more of Wanda's time, but we have to know what is she listening to at home? What are we going to put on that Spotify playlist?
Any feel-good music, to be honest. I have an array of different genres that I like to listen to. It all depends on the mood. But if I am home, I am working, I am creating, it's something that's, going to be a little bit more mellow or inspirational. So it jumps from, R&B to alternative rock. Odin did say Sade, that I absolutely love Sade. I love Latin jazz.
Latin jazz.
I just really enjoy anything that has a wonderful beat. Specifically, there's an artist called ZZ Ward.
What's her name?
ZZ Ward.
Okay, we're gonna put that. I'll put that on the playlist.
And it's alternative rock, and it's just her lyrics and her music is just really a story, her story, and it's just very relatable. I think to anyone. I love Teddy Swims. I think he has an amazing voice, and it's just just listening to certain singers that just kind of give you the little goosebumps.
Oh yeah, Teddy Swim. So this is what I always ask people: whether we hit the Billboard top 40, this and that, but I always bring the question to, but can you appreciate, or do you like, or would you even would you dare put on in your car on that drive there, Mozart, classical music, Beethoven. Can you
Absolutely.
say? That's like my hot button question these
Absolutely.
days. Because believe it or not, because you know why I've been asking that, because there's a lot of music
That lead
that
to the
are-
classics.
Yeah,
That lead to
there's
the classics.
classical like practice scales. Well, I play piano. That even rock and roll or country music, anything, they pull right from literally Mozart, and people don't know that, so that's why I kind of like to ask that.
You're right. A lot of people don't know it, but yeah, no, absolutely. It to me, it's just what basically calls to my spirit. I'm not genre specific.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
what makes me feel good, what sounds great, what
I
invokes
think
happiness.
there's some Pac-Man going on back there. I tell you, since we're in the lounge and more people came in, it's getting a little loud back there. So out of respect for you too, the listener, you got a lot of sounds going on if you're listening on your headphones. Thanks for sticking with us. But what we're gonna do, I actually have Mountain Dew in here, which is kind of like I took a drive down, so I needed like something with a I don't know, caffeine, but you have the coffee, right?
I have the
For some reason, I'm
espresso.
not drinking coffee right now. I don't know what happened, but we need to cheers this.
Salud.
Salud. Absolutely. Thank you for coming. Well, I came down here. Thank you for obliging me to this interview.
Absolutely.
I've been seeing you online, and man, you are crushing it. I just
Thank
love
you.
that you have your own stick.
Thank you.
Stixxx&Stones.
Thank you, and thank you to everyone who is gonna come on. Thank you for entertaining us. Thank you for having us, Angela. We appreciate it. And please visit us at www.stixx with 3 X's and stones.com.
Yes.
Connect with us, guys, and we're on Instagram at STIXXSTONES225. And thank you. And say hi, drop a hola mi gente. And we have a lot of cigar events, and they're always a great time, and we call it the mi gente experience.
Beautiful. I love that.
Thank you.
Yay.
Cheers.
And we'll see you. Let's say see you next time. We'll see you next time.
We see you next time on Puro
and Music Podcast.
Have a good one, guys.